Hey, what's up? It is Joey Little here in San Antonio. Maybe if I plugged my headphones in, this would actually be a little bit better. Doing Bluetooth today, but I think we're going to switch that off. So today we're going to stay away from the marketing message, stay away from the personal branding message, and go to something that's near and dear in my heart. And I know a lot of you out there, it's near and dear to you. So right now, broadcasting live on the Facebook Live from the rooftops in San Antonio, Texas, down by just right over this ledge to my right is the Riverwalk. Like I said, if you've never been to San Antonio, this is an awesome place to go. So, and speaking of San Antonio, kind of goes in this whole Veterans Day kind of atmosphere. Mine was just coincidental, and I'm gonna tease him when he gets here. But hey, Kim, thanks for joining. My best friend, I've got two best friends out there, and everybody gets a little chuckle out of it when I say the names of my best friends. I actually have three. I haven't seen Ben for a while, so he's just kind of moved to that good friends area. Hope to see him really soon. But Ben kind of fits in this area that I'm going to talk about today, because Ben is a combat veteran, along with my two best friends, Silent Mike and Noodles. Yes. My two best friends are named Silent Mike and Noodles. And Silent Mike is actually jumping on an airplane here in about 45 minutes up in Kansas City. Yeah, Katie, it is great down here in San Antonio. And this is where Mike is heading. So Silent Mike is heading down here to San Antonio, Texas to spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with yours truly here in San Antonio. And Mike doesn't get out much. If you've seen Mike with me before, Mike does. We go on road trips every single year, whether it's to New Orleans, to Portland, Maine. We love going to Memphis. But Mike is also a combat vet, along with my best friend Noodles, which happens to be Silent Mike's younger brother. Also a veteran of the Iraqi war conflict. So Veterans Day, what does it mean to me? Veterans Day for my entire life growing up meant my father, Dave Little, who is a veteran who spent time in the Army when I was a baby. I think he went in right before I was born, and spent 4 years in the Army just after Vietnam. My dad didn't get to see combat, but he was in military police. And my dad is very proud of the fact, and I'm very proud of the fact that my dad served his country. I did not serve my country. I am not a veteran. I will not take stolen valor. I didn't. I chose to go play college football coming out of high school, and then started my fun and career and jobs just after that. But to tell you the story of Noodles and Silent Mike, they both got into the military a little bit later. Noodles spending his 25th birthday, I believe, in boot camp, United States Marine Corps. Mike, who is 45 years old, actually signed up for Desert Storm. Remember that? Gen Xers, way back in the day, 1991, signed up for Desert Storm, was all gung-ho, wanted to go over to Iraq and fight the Iraqis to get out of Kuwait. But unfortunately, by the time he was getting out of boot camp, it was over. Years later, after his little brother had chosen to join the Marine Corps due to some personal things that he needed to get worked out, he joined actually before 9/11, and 9/11 happened while Noodles was in Okinawa, spending his year in Japan with the Marine Corps, and then later on, Noodles being one of the first over to Iraq with our conflict over there. Mike deciding later in life, maybe inspired by his little brother being over in Iraq, Mike re-enlisted back into the Marine, Army Reserves. So he went from being a Marine Corps to Army Reserves, which was a big change for him, he had said. Why do I bring this up? Just tell you a little story of that. Well, Mike actually then spent some combat time in convoys in Iraq, and had what, quote unquote, seen some shit, along with Ben Hernandez, who was with Mike in those convoys. I wanted to bring this up today because recently, here a few months ago, Mike had done a 2,200 mile motorcycle ride to raise awareness for Mission 22, which is a veterans organization that is trying to bring awareness to the fact that since 1979, I'm going to look up this stat, I want to make sure it's right. I may not have access to it real fast, but yeah, since 1979, 263,000 veterans have committed suicide. 263,000 veterans since 1979 have committed suicide. That's astronomical, and it still continues to this day. 20 to 22 veterans on average committing suicide daily. So when it comes to this Veterans Day, I know that everybody wants to get in online like what I'd been doing in the past and giving props to my pops, you know, Dave, for spending time in the military, which completely still gonna do that. Shout out to my dad. He's a vet. My best friends are vets. But I just wanted to bring awareness to the fact that you kind of know this, that there is a problem. There is a problem when it comes to, and it's either a political problem or whatever problem it may be, not enough care by the VA or whatever. You've got your reasons of maybe thinking the way you want to think. I'm not a veteran. I've not been through it. But what I have been through is Mike Patrick, Silent Mike. What I have been through is around him when he is having difficulties in his world, in his life, because of the things that are happening inside of his head, because of the things that he had endured in Iraq. I've been around Ben Hernandez when has things going on inside his head. It gets a very, very dark place. And as just a normal guy that never seen combat, never even been in the military. Hell, I didn't even get my Eagle Scout badge in Boy Scouts. I made it like one step before that. But to not understand that, but to see it, really brings forth the fact that there is an epidemic, that there are veterans that are committing suicide every single day. Every day. The amount of homeless people that are veterans, the amount of people that are committing suicide are veterans. What can we do as people to help stop this epidemic of what's happening? It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. These are real people. These are Americans. These are what we need to focus on when it comes to Veterans Day. Absolutely need to give props to those servicemen and women serving in the military right now, those that have served in the military. But I think that we need to take a little special place, and we need to look at it and bring it to the forefront, in front of our faces, that there is a huge problem with veterans and suicide rates. I choose to support Mission 22. I think it's .com. Let me check here. Mission 22. It's the same mission that Mike Patrick was raising funds and also awareness for. I'm sorry. Yeah, mission22.com. What I'm going to ask from you guys that are watching these Facebook Lives is next year, very soon next year, as soon as all the snow goes away from the Midwest. It hasn't come yet, but when it does, Mike Patrick is planning another 2,200 mile ride to bring awareness to the fact of Mission 22. I just want to know by, you know, thumbs ups or some comments in the thing, or if you share this, which I haven't been stressing enough to share these videos, and today I'm going to. The other ones have just been me just kind of blowharding about marketing statistics and about personal branding, but today is near and dear, I think, to everybody's heart out there when it comes to human beings, United States veterans that are committing suicide every day. 20 to 22 on average daily of veteran suicides. And there is something you can do to help stop this, which is bringing awareness to the effect, but that's not enough. If you want to take it a next step, not only help support what Mission 22 and other groups like that online are doing, but here's what you need to do. Communication. This is it right here. Stop whatever you're doing. Stop whatever you're doing and listen to this. Take a moment today on Veterans Day, and then don't stop. Do it tomorrow. Do it every other day. Do it weekly. Look inside your friends list on Facebook. Look inside your phone and your contacts and find those people that you know are veterans, whether it be your parents, whether it be your brothers and sisters, whether it be your cousins. And I'm also talking to veterans out there too. You guys and ladies, same thing. Reach out. Just say what's up. Just ask how things are going, you know, and invite them to go get coffee. Invite them to maybe do something, a festival or something that you're going to go to, and just invite them around. Because there's one thing that I've learned And I'm going to get to that. Hold on one second. Maggie, I'm going to read some of these that are coming in. The David daughter is absolutely proud of her dad. Yeah, good job. Maggie says, reminds me to remember the sacrifice my father made to support his country as requested. My father served 3 tours of Vietnam, caused a lot of stress for the mother to handle everything. Yeah, and that stress goes home too, especially with military that are suffering from PTSD or suffering from physical disabilities due to serving our country, combat or even non-combat awareness. What was I saying? I was talking a little bit. I get a little passionate about that. I was trying not to get too passionate about it. Wore sunglasses today just in case, start tearing up a bit, which happens. Sensitive guy. So reach out. What I've learned from Noodles, my great old friend who also has a suffering of some PTSD and what's going on, is that he's lost that team mentality. Meaning that, and I understand exactly where he's coming from. A guy who played college football, who's been a part of the team. Once it's over, it just goes away, man. And the military's the same way. It's a family. What I understand, they've told me, Noodles told me, it's a family. He's got purpose. He's got all this going on. And then one day you're out. One day you're done. And you get that depression, and you get that that sense of non-purpose in the world, like you had a purpose before. So reach out to your friends, reach out to your family of veterans on this Veterans Day, and going forward, and make it a point to continue that conversation, not about their PTSD, not about their what they went through in the military. And here's the big thing. This is not me speaking. This is Mike Patrick. Mike Patrick, one of the bravest guys I know. 50 caliber gunner on a Humvee in the convoys in Iraq. He said he's sick and tired. I'm quoting him here. He's sick and tired of people coming up. Looks like the government found me. No. I'm talking good today. I'm talking good. He's sick and tired of people coming up to him and let me make sure I can. Yeah, it's not too bad. He's sick and tired of people coming up to him and thanking him for his service. He's just, for some reason, that bothers him. And apparently that is also something that other veterans, instead of just thanking a veteran, do something. Whether it's volunteer and reach out to your friends and family that are vets and remind them that you're there for them. Or whether it's, I don't know the statistic, but the homeless people in America, the amount of them that are veterans is astronomical. Do some, which is what I need to do. I need to put my money where my mouth is. Do some volunteering at some places that help the homeless and especially the vets. If you've got expendable income, spend some money. Donate to an organization like Mission22.com and have fun. But what you can do with me, just share this. My views are my own opinion. Of course they are. But I'd like to speak today for Noodles, Silent Mike, and my boy Ben Hernandez, who I have no idea where he's at. That's what Ben has done. Ben's guy, he just travels the country. He's just a nomad now, totally different than the way he was before he went into the war in Iraq. So, happy Veterans Day to all of you that are vets. Hey, it takes a lot of sacrifice. If you've seen combat, if you haven't seen combat, your whole life is really different. So I'm gonna enjoy San Antonio. I'm gonna go pick up my boy Mike Patrick in about 4 hours, and we're gonna spend Veterans Day down at the Alamo. How awesome is that? Veterans Day at the Alamo. Don't forget the Alamo. A buddy of mine told me to go look in the basement for a bicycle. So happy Vets Day. If you get a chance, go to Mike Patrick on Facebook. If you're friends with him, send him a message, tell him you're thinking about him. Same with Franklin Patrick, aka Noodles, and also Benjamin Hernandez, who just jumped in. Ben Hernandez just jumping in to the conversation. That's awesome. Ben, before I go, if you're watching this, man, I'm gonna get a few seconds here. Where in the heck are you in the United States of America? Ben's got a van that he lives out of, which is a pretty badass van. But where are you at now, Ben? Where are you at? Give me a message or something here. Give me a comment. I just saw it. Just let me know that you're in here. One of my 3 boys that I'm very proud of for serving their country and doing what a lot of us did not have the balls to do, man. Just college football. There he is. Hey, Joey, I'm in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. That's awesome. Hey, Ben, I wish you would go back and watch this video, man. It's live right now, but go back and watch it. Listen to things I talked about with Mike. I didn't really quote you that much, buddy. Did talk about you a little bit, but that's your business. I know you're very, very guarded and proud about, your life and what's happened. If you're friends with Benjamin Hernandez, give him a shout out. Send him a message. Yeah. Send him some sexy pictures. That's what he's into, of women and men. If you're into that, you can send that to him too. So have a great day. It's Veterans Day. I'm in San Antonio. Next week, the next time you see me on a live, I will be in Lexington, Kentucky. Yes, maybe having a little bourbon. Have a great day. Will do, Ben. Thanks, man. Love you very much, brother. Have a great day, everybody. And what? Keep smiling.